team throughout the whole semester has developed multicultural skills. The first skill we got to develop was our goal-setting skill. Throughout this skill, we were able to set our mindset into something and execute our goals in order to achieve our mindset and lead us to the best outcome possible. We also developed our teamwork skill, where we helped each other out in instances of need to achieve the best result we could possibly get. Our research skill has improved a lot throughout the semester, where we were able to research tons of different cultures and traditions, and we were now able to identify which information is important and which one isn't based on the information we need for our end result. Our critical thinking improved a lot thanks to working together with other teams who have different cultures and traditions than we had. We were able to compare and take note of all the differences and similarities between them and take each aspect and use it to our advantage for our end result.
The project we elaborated all throughout the semester helped us acquire many skills, such as multicultural knowledge. Multicultural knowledge consists of questioning our own reality, argumentation, and making a judgment to figure out a certain level of acceptance. What we did throughout the semester involved extensive research about other cultures while analyzing them through a neutral point of view, without any preconceptions of the regions involved. We continued to investigate sole facts of our region's culture and their perspectives on death. For this, we had to investigate for primary and secondary sources as we took the time to understand the culture and analyze its relevance in the world today. We learned to argument our stance on these new perspectives we were learning from while using fair reasoning. The biggest challenge of all was the question, how does culture shape society, and vice versa? In order to obtain the answer to our question, we analyzed through a philosophical perspective. All this led to a judgment of acceptance or rejection of different aspects of the culture we learned from, much like hybridization. Speaking for my team and I can assure that we found many ideas from the culture we investigated quite intriguing and accepted their new and different perspectives.
Throughout this course, we had to develop and put in practice several multicultural competences, and within those is the competence of multicultural communication with several skills. So first of all, during this course, we learned to further develop our reading skills in order to gather the necessary information and understand it, because we had to deal with a lot of information about very different topics, and we had to understand it first and then decide whether that information was relevant to us and what we were investigating and whether it wasn't. And as I said, this was crucial for our investigative process, since we had to deal with a lot of data, statistics and information, and eventually decide what was useful and what wasn't to put it in our project. Furthermore, we also developed and put in practice our writing skills in English, because we had to carry out a project that required lots of text, and our abilities to process and synthesize and rewrite all of the information that we had previously gathered in English in a way that proved effective and that was had everything that was being asked of us. Then we also practiced our speaking skills during the length of the course, since we had to give several presentations in front of the group, and these presentations had to be carried out in English. And this provided many great opportunities for us to put in practice this skill and improve it, because it is a very essential skill that will eventually be of a lot of use for us later on in life. And lastly, during this course, we had to put in practice our knowledge of technology to format and later on present our work. In order to do this, we tried to use a varied selection of platforms in which we could organize our ideas and present our final project in creative and effective ways. And this skill was also very, very crucial for us, because it provided sort of the creative element to our project, and it gave us a very big area of opportunity for us to choose a platform that would suit our purposes in presenting our project and eventually handing it in, and that at the same time being creative and with everything that was being asked of us. And this was a very, very important skill that we developed during the course. And these are the multicultural communication skills that we put in practice throughout the semester and throughout the course, and that proved to be very useful for our process and to be able to make the best project that we could possibly make.
This project helped us also to develop multicultural engagement in terms of active participation by certain attitudes, skills, and behaviors, such as the cultural appropriateness, in which we realized that the cultures of Australia, Fiji, Germany, and Norway are different from ours. Also, the cultural responsiveness, where we were able to learn and interact respectfully with people of our own culture as well as those from other cultures. And inclusion and equity, which help us to immerse ourselves completely into the other culture, accepting their traditions and differences, even living and adapting them to ours in our day-to-day. All this to foster an interdependent world and become multicultural people.